Hello, it's Sunday, July the 14th. Ellie and I are out here in the garden. I planted some more things yesterday and this morning, and I wanted to share that with you all. We are back to Texas weather, 100 degrees. So Ellie and I have been jumping in and out of the pool this morning, and we are so thankful to have that up and going. So grateful for my husband getting that all repaired. But I wanted to share this with you. I have a girls trip coming up the middle of this week. So hopefully when I get back, I can film a little update and see how everything is doing. And flipping the camera around from where I was just standing, this is my secret garden, and we're gonna start in here. And then here's Miss Ellie. Ellie, say hello to everyone. All right, so my last video, I planted some Turk's cap, and it's in here, doing all right. So hopefully I'll get some growth this season. I don't expect a lot, but you know, start out slow with the natives here. Just some little starts. There's the one back there between the crepe myrtles. And there's the other Turk's cap here in this bed. Ellie and I have been doing what I call piddling. After we got the rest of the plants planted this morning, I trimmed some of the dead foliage off of my Japanese maple. It's looking a little better, a little scant, but looking a little better. Hopefully it's going to put up some more growth for me, but it's alive, thank goodness. Almost lost that one, but I'm headed over here because I put a new native plant in here. And these are just starts, you guys. I got these from Euless, Texas. It's called Native Gardeners, not too far away from me. And this is rock rose. I decided to put her here where I had all the devastation from the crawfish smothering my echinaceas, my sunseeker echinaceas. But you can see they've put on a few blooms, and this one's trying to come up, but this whole center, nothing. So anyway, I put the rock rose here. We're gonna see how she does. And then let me go slowly. Gonna come up this way like this. And we're headed into this bed, what I call the gnome bed. Everything's doing pretty well in here. Ellie, you kind of freaked mommy out. I heard some little footsteps behind me. It's her. Over here, right here, this is a tiny little start, but this is called Texas Betony. So I'm excited for it. So I have it here in the front of the gnome bed. 1 second, Ellie, mommy will throw your ball. And my wild berry echinacea is doing so well. Finally up, finally blooming. I finally have some color in this bed. I need more color. So hopefully with this Texas Betony, it will like it here. This is gonna get part sun. So we'll see how it does. And then rock rose is pretty much gonna get full sun over there. Look at Ellie. Are you ready? Go, Ellie, go. Good job, girl. Okay, had to stop and restart. There was a loud vehicle. I'm just gonna span this slowly, or scan, because we're gonna head to the front yard. Just wanna show you the garden, how it looks right now. It's hanging in there. Right here, not a native plant, but from Proven Winners. They didn't come with the tags. These are Sun Credible Proven Winners sunflowers, and I hope they like it here. They made a long journey all the way from Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. If you watch Jenny and Jerry's channel, but they were running a special for 8 annuals, get 8 free, buy 8, get 8 free. And I took them up on that offer, and they arrived Thursday. I unboxed them, gave them water, and I set them in dappled sun until yesterday morning, and I started planting everything, and then I finished up this morning. All right, I had to cut for another loud vehicle. I do not know why they are so loud today out here. Okay, so these are not hardy in my zone, but since spring was a little bit of a bust for me, instead of shooting for that spring color like I was hoping for in the summer burst of blooms, I am hoping for a good fall show. So send these guys good vibes. I hope they like it here. And look at my gardenia bouncing back. This is the Jubilation gardenia, and it really took a hit in our Arctic temperatures, but still leafing up, and I'm hopeful for next year. That's what I have to just keep saying most of the time. Here's the garage planters looking so good. That fern I told you guys last week I was moving over to the table there, the gazebo, never made it. Here it sits. So I don't know if it's ever going to make it to that table, but it gets hit by the irrigation right here. So I set it there, and I was like, that's a perfect spot until I finally get it over there. But the garage planters are beautiful. Let me step back like this. They look so good. I am so pleased with those. Yep, like I said, that's definitely going to be a repeat. And let me just turn slowly to show you the garden this way. Ellie sitting in there by the sheep. I have just given up on that bed. We had the big tree branch fall out of that tree, huge, and 2 more big limbs came out of it. So that bed just is just hanging in there with those Surefire Rose begonias. Yeah, here's the front of my secret garden. I'm gonna go up front. I'm going to end on the terrace because I completely redid that bed. I pulled out the canna lilies, you guys. Pulled them out. And we got some new plants in there. But here up front, these crepe myrtles, we cut these down, but we didn't grind down the stumps. So they're just coming up. They're just so beautiful. I would love to just keep them low like this as a bush, but these are definitely giving me color up here. So I'm pleased. But in this bed up here, this is the bed I complain about because I forget to water it. It's not on irrigation. I have been very diligent with my Starlight echinaceas. These are the seedlings that survived that I did by seed. I put more in here, but I just have the 3. 1, 2, and 3. So I've been very good about bringing the water can up here and giving them water. But in addition, I planted, this also came from Native Gardeners in Euless, Texas, some Blackfoot daisy. I do have these seeds, so I'm going to do my own seeds over the winter next year so I can put them out for spring, put even more. But this is the one I have. It's got a little bloom. The wind got really wild, so I'm going to re-say this. These Blackfoot daisies do not like a lot of care and maintenance, nor do they like a lot of water. So these are a perfect addition to this front here that I tend to forget about. And if you see here, Ellie and I piddled, and we got most of the weeds out of here, and now the jasmine can shine. Next, we're headed, you guys, to my front bed, and you'll notice the rose containers, the containers that had my Proven Winners, Rise Up Like Days, and Crema Roses are not here. I planted some new things in their spot, and I've decided where those are going to go, but I'll show you where the pots are for now. I'm waiting until the fall to get them out of the pots and put them in the ground. But this is the front bed. And I was attacked yesterday. I dug up the dead salvia that was here, my $1 clearance salvia. Only a little bit of it's hanging on. But when I dug it up, I found out why most of these plants up here were struggling. I thought it was because of all the spring rain. No, absolutely not. The ants have a whole underground home under here, and I did my best to get them cleared out of there. So I think we're on the right track. I also dug up my daisies that didn't make it, and I thought this whole time it was because of the water, and lo and behold, it's because of fire ants. So yes, they had a whole operation going on underneath there. So hopefully they will stay out of here and my new things can grow. So what's new in here? We'll just start here, right here, and right here. These came from Creekside Nursery as well. Let me get the little tag, get closer. Ooh, the wind. It's always windy here. But these are the Luscious Pinkberry Blend Lantanas. And these are not hardy in my zone. So I've got 2 here and 2 over here. But again, shooting for some fall color, you guys. Just get me through the rest of the summer and a pretty fall and I'll be happy. And we'll just try and start over next year once again. And then dotted up here, the new plants in here. I've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 2 up here. And we'll walk around there because I got another plant up there to show you. But these are also from Creekside, the Rockin' Playin' the Blues Salvia. These are hardy in my zone, so I hope they return because they're so pretty. Oh, lost a tag. There's that wind, but it's the tag I need. It's making me speed up this little show and tell. So what I have up here is what I was pointing out, more of the Rockin' Playin' the Blues Salvia. And then here and here, the tag that blew away from me, is the Angel Wings Senecio. And it is hardy here. I did amend all of the holes after I got them dug to put the plants in with some compost, and then also added some compost back on top. So hopefully they'll be all right. They've been really watered in, but as you can see, the wind and the heat already. Can't really tell that I watered them, but they have been deeply watered. So we'll see how they do. So let me just step back. I'll show you the front, how it's looking from this way. Very pretty. Before we head out, I just wanted to step back a little bit further to get this entire thing in one frame. Oh, I'm so pleased with how these guys traveled all the way here to me from North Carolina. So I hope they like my garden. All right, we're going to head now to the back and I'll show you the rest. There's Miss Ellie. Oh yes, this is so pretty and pink. This is how it looks from this angle. I am so happy those crepe myrtles, they have no quit unless you completely get rid of their stumps. So I'm glad that they bounced back up. For the love of crepe myrtles, we're gonna come through the secret garden and go to the terrace. Ellie beat us over here. You sweet girl. Okay, I wanted to show you guys before we get over there to the terrace. In this bed, you see ants. And I'm just letting them have it right here. You see here? This is redbud. And I didn't yank it because if it wants to grow here, fine. I think I'm gonna let it. But I'm still gonna think on it in case there's something else I wanna pop here. But at this point, I don't see any harm in letting a redbud just grow right there. Okay, we're gonna flip around this way. Sweet Ellie. We're gonna get in that swimming pool in just a minute. Right here on the terrace before we get to the bed and the things I planted in there. And then you see the rose containers that used to be up front right here. But, oh, no bloom today. I'm gonna do an overlay because I got it yesterday, but pretty pink bloom on my dwarf Mexican petunias. I seeded these guys myself, you guys. And yeah, I finally got to see what the pink bloom would look like. It's so pretty. And here, I wanted to show you. Ta-da! Saffron finch is finally blooming. I stuck it down here because it was doing nothing on that table, even though this table right here does get full sun, and all of a sudden started putting me out some blooms. So I'm just gonna leave it right here. I'm glad, but if you were watching my other videos, you know I was pulling for that plant to make some blooms for me. But this is the terrace. It's just always so pretty. I love it. But focus for here now. These are going to go in the ground. They're not going to stay here because they're in the way of Olivia Rose Austin that's in here. But let me square up on this bed. Yesterday, my husband was fixing the pool, and I had all my plants here, and I decided it was time to pull out those canna lilies, and it was quite satisfying, let me tell you. So I got them all dug out. It looked so much better just with them gone. They have been such a disappointment. I did them as bulbs when we first moved in. It was 3 years with those. They bloomed twice. They were supposed to be dwarf pink and yellow canna lilies. No, it's been orange, and anyway, no blooms. They've just been tattered greenery here. So I got it all cleaned out of all the debris. I brought over my compost, and I got these new plants planted in the ground. But when I dug out the canna lilies, this hollyhock was uncovered back here that the other two got eaten up by something. But this one back here was being protected by the canna lilies, and there it is, and it looks fantastic. So we'll just see if it can hang on and not get eaten up. Here and here I added more of the Rockin' Play in the Blues salvia, again hardy in my zone, so I'm excited. So they're here on each side of Olivia Rose Austin, and Olivia Rose Austin blooms out pink, and so I thought the pink next to this purple would be so pretty. And then in the middle, this is a native flame acanthus, and I'm excited for this. So I think with the pink, the purple, and then this orange in the middle, and it's native, will be a lovely composition together. And hopefully I'll have way more than one orange bloom from this flame acanthus, since it is native and it is built for our weather. So I'm super excited. And then again, these pots that have proven winners, Rise Up Lilac Days and the Crema Rose, they're going to be getting a place in the ground in the fall. But for now, they're right here. It just makes it easier to water them, because this is all hand watered here. So hopefully we'll keep up with that. But I'll show you the pool right now. One of my wreaths are off the door. The house settled a little bit. Can't latch the door unless you take that wreath hanger off, but that's all right. Love this old home. I'm gonna turn slowly this way and show you the pool. Pay no attention, this is a mess. Maybe next year I'll get something to go up this trellis. We'll see. It's always a saga. But yes, look, the pool is up and going. Yay! And yes, if you're wondering, this is my spot. I was having my coffee and my iPad. I call this my tiny TV. So this is where I will watch my shows or watch my favorite YouTubers, and it's so fun. It's so relaxing. And Ellie might be getting in. She was just rolling in the grass. But yes, isn't this lovely? My husband's worked so hard. So my goal next year is to get a big planter to put behind the rocks, and I might do some annual grasses like that purple fountain grass or something, but I'm gonna have to have something kind of tall to hide that pool equipment. But I'm just so happy this is up and going, especially for our weather. Oh, look, I'm done with that coffee. There's a varmint trying to get in it. This pool cushion goes on this layout chair, but I brought it out for Ellie. You can see, look how dirty her little peaks were. But she has to have somewhere to lay when she doesn't want to swim. So, yeah, there's the pool. Let me show you over here. Oh, got a plane or something overhead. My Super Bina Stormburst and pink cashmere. My husband did such a good job taking care of these when I was out with my foot. They're just gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. But they had kind of came to a lull and they were just green. I had no blooms. And yeah, that other one is starting to bud up and bloom out. So I'm so happy. So yeah, happy to have the pool here up and going. Lovely. I was getting ready to film the outro for my video, and look who came and got on her makeshift cushion. That baby. Oh, she wants me to throw the ball. Well, I'm just going to do the outro right here in the pool area. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having the most wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching and adding color to my world.